It's really...
Oh, that end bit was like uncanny. That was bizarre.
Well, it's a Stevie Ray model.
So I feel like we need to talk about the wear.
It's fake.
Yeah.
It's fake.
Is it fake? We are going to, in real time, change the pickups on Rhys's Stevie Ray Vaughan Signature Strat. So what is Stevie's pickup height?
Should we try like testing it out, comparing it between the standard, like the stock model? I haven't played Texas Specials in ages. It's really light.
Yeah, yours is really heavy. That's crazy.
It's a massive sounding instrument. Like,
It is. That works. Hey guys, today we are going to, in real time, change the pickups on Rhys's Stevie Ray Vaughan Signature Strat, which has René Martinez pickups in at the moment, but we're going to put the latest evolution of René Martinez's pickups in there and see if it makes a difference to getting that kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan tone. This is a stock Stevie Ray Vaughan Strat with the Texas Specials in, so we're going to do like an A/B test and see which one wins, and let's see who wins, Rhys. Can you let us know, just before we go and modify this guitar with the new pickups, can you let us know a bit about this guitar as it is?
well, it's a Stevie Ray model, but it's got the vintage style pickups, kind of 63. It's kind of based off of Stevie's guitar, but after having the opportunity to speak with René Martinez, he mentioned that around the time he joined Stevie, he was playing so loud that the hum of the amps,
Like now.
like now, was too much. So they added a push part with a dummy coil for rooms with excessive noise or like bad power or things like that to cut down on the hum.
Oh, it does cut it down, yeah.
But in some rooms you have to really crank the treble because it does cut some of the tone out.
Right.
From trying out the MojoTone René Martinez pickups, they maintain that high end and Strat tone while maintaining the noise cut.
So I feel like we have to quickly talk about the who signed the top of that, mate.
I've kind of described this signature as a blessing or a christening of some sorts, because it seems like even your guitar has a signature, and I've listened to you play that one and it sounds incredible. Buddy Guy.
One and only Buddy Guy. I feel like that it just looks cool. Tommy Katona's got the same thing, hasn't he?
Tommy's got the same thing, and about a month later he had the exact same spot, same date.
Oh, that's cool. So I feel like we need to talk about the wear. Last time we posted a YouTube short a little while back, and people.
It's fake.
Yeah.
It's fake.
Is it fake?
No.
It's. I've seen the way you play up close, and you've also used metal picks.
I've used metal picks, but I've gone back to plastic because it doesn't put holes in guitars as much.
But I mean, your other guitar's worn in the exact same way.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, it's just, I think you have achieved, the impossible by, wearing through a poly finish like that. But it doesn't surprise me with the way you play.
I have to, whenever I'm trying other people's guitars, I have to lighten my touch because I'm just too.
Yeah.
There's stories of people throwing them off buildings and they're fine.
Not Les Pauls.
Not Les Pauls.
Just Strats.
Yeah, Gibsons, no, don't do that. People have described Stevie's tone as like the equivalent of acoustic guitars. He's always, he could play so aggressive it would almost sound like a bluegrass player on an acoustic, but it was such a massive sound because of how clear it was. It just sounded like a big acoustic guitar in some ways.
What's the idea behind the tape on the pickup?
That is a little Stevie thing. There's a picture of him in the 70s, and I don't know what it was. It was just there, and I thought it was cool.
But you said off camera that's where all the tone comes from on that guitar.
That's all the tone. All the.
It's tone tape.
Yeah, tone tape. That we should start selling that. It's only $99 a roll.
You can study it. I've still got more in that bag.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to mention on this before we modify it in real time?
Oh, it's got new frets on it.
By the way, there's something about the Stevie Ray Vaughan Signature Strats. The frets wear like mad on those guitars in particular. Like I've had two in the past, and both of them have got massive indents there.
Yeah. I could probably send you a picture and we could put it on. There's a picture of this guitar with the original frets on it, and it's like a groove. You can see it, but these are like jumbo frets instead.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the parts have been changed too many times because the tone controls and volume controls are put on here for a reason. You can turn them and they make difference in sound, and there are sweet spots on every control. Yeah, there'll be a point where it doesn't sound like anything, but there's a middle point where it just sounds massive. When you watch live videos, you can see Stevie always moving his hands and always looking for the sweet spot. And I've seen comments online, why are you moving the control so much? Because you're trying to get the most clarity with the larger sound as you can. The hands do a lot of it. A lot of his rhythm was either 7 or 5. A lot of the soloing is either 7 or 10. It kind of a light range where you kind of it's all volume. René said that he would keep it on 7 and then just kind of ride the wave with it in some ways because he's looking for it. I mean, Jimmy Vaughan does the same thing. He always has the guitar on 5.
I feel like you can hear it a bit more with Jimmy though.
Yeah, and it's because he wasn't playing a Vibratone, a Vibroverb, and however many amps he's playing too. He's playing cleaner, and it's kind of, when you put a guitar on 5, it's just a bit more. It's a lot more open.
Yeah. I did that last night when I was testing for this episode, and rolling back with the Vibratone on, it does a really interesting thing to the treble. It's like,
yeah, it just kind of adds that air that people talk about.
Yeah.
You can hear it a lot on Red House, Jimi Hendrix. Or I think Little Wing, like Stevie's Little Wing is a perfect example, because you can hear him go, for Hendrix tunes, he would usually have it on 10, because it was so big and loud. But when he would roll back and play that cleaner stuff that he did on Little Wing, it just kind of, you kind of get, where does that airy tone come from? And it's not the Vibratone as much, as great as that, and as big of a difference that makes. It's not the studio doing that. It's the control on the guitar.
Right.
Just kind of opens things with a frequency in certain ways.
So what in there? You said to me that it's got the 1989 Austin City Limits wiring inside.
Basically, there's a couple differences. For example, Stevie didn't have a tone control on the bridge pickup. Copper foil wrapping the pickups to shield it, and the 63 wire and stuff like that.
Right. So tell us about the pickups that we're about to pop in there.
MojoTone, but it's the René Martinez Signature set.
Right. I see.
Mostly vintage style pickups with hum cancelling features. So it cuts it. In some ways, it's a humbucker, but it doesn't have the tone of a humbucker. That's why they call it quiet coilers, because I'm guessing, because it's a Strat sound with a humbucker noise cut. Where this I've had to do the button.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We better go and before the cameras die.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to go and greet Paul and make sure he's got some clothes on. Is he listening?
Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise that.
Which I've got the measurements for and stuff.
Wow. So that's the extra coil thing there.
Yeah.
In comparison.
And that's the MojoTone one there.
Matching the heights to the pickups, which.
So is that Stevie's height?
Yeah.
Are you revealing that on camera what it is? Or?
It's in inches because the guy who told me about it put it in inches.
So what officially what is Stevie's pickup height?
It's just below 8/64 on the bass side of the neck pickup, which I'm gonna have to.
Is that what you're gonna give us? Not each one.
Which is, I'll say each one, but I'm just looking to get this height on this pickup done so far. I mean, I don't often get to do this. Just put my feet on the floor and just
Yeah.
kick my feet. That's the side profile.
Right, Rhys. So we've visited Paul in the warehouse, and he's very kindly stuck in the brand new pickups. You've just had a quick test. Can you notice any difference?
Yeah, it's a lot quieter while maintaining that big sound. I noticed the vintage style are a bit brighter, but this maintains that nice clarity that the originals had, while having that widening effect that the coil had, and it's also got the treble bleed switch.
Yep.
So you can kind of maintain the high end while rolling back the volume on the guitar, kind of how Stevie did. But I don't think he used a treble bleed, from what I know. I just think it was old parts, how they had military spec parts and all that stuff. But it's doing what I wanted it to in the right sort of way. Should we try like testing it out, comparing it between the standard, like the stock model? To kind of compare the MojoTone pickups and the...
I'll go and grab the stock Stevie Ray Vaughan Strat, and then we'll do a head-to-head with that.
No.
Okay, so...
And then
oh god, that is heavier than mine.
Yeah, it's really weird.
There's a big difference though, isn't there?
And they're a lot noisier.
I said on a video recently, I was like, those pickups are good for the masses of people going into like a low volume at home. I think like they might help with that, whereas these are for the aficionado trying to...
I'd say those are kind of a good mix between the middle point. I think the ones that were just taken out are kind of the extreme of that. It's really light.
Yeah, yours is really heavy.
It's a lot brighter and a lot noisier. I haven't played Texas Specials in ages. They sound great, but they're very bright. I mean, if I try out the fuzz. Sounding a bit more silicon sounding because of how bright.
Oh, okay, yeah, more sizzle.
They're a lot boxier sounding.
Do you want to swap over and have another go to that so I can hear it again, because I've sort of lost track. They sound more stratty.
They sound more like a Strat, where I think that sounds a bit more telly-like in some ways. And I think it does a bit more of the crossfire thing well with. It's really.
Oh, that end bit was uncanny. That was bizarre.
I'd say, as great as those are, I do prefer these. I think they're a lot easier to use with higher gain and a bit more treble.
I mean, by the way, it's probably worth me mentioning at this point, Pedal Pawn have no association with MojoTone, but you've just become an artist with them, haven't you? So there's sort of you're not biased, but you've got some kind of
It's an honor, but it's like,
yeah.
To be honest, they do really, really good stuff.
Yeah.
If René's doing it, you know it's going to be good. Even if it's not for you, you know it's going to be a good product. But yeah, I really like these. They're a lot clearer, and they're not losing any of that low end, which I think, specifically coming with like EVs and like if you're using like a stock speaker, it can fall in a bit with the low end. But
right.
these are holding up really well, and I think those are pushing a lot of treble out and a lot of mids out, which kind of are great for lower volumes. I think it's also preference. I mean, I imagine there are loads of people who prefer that over this.
Yeah, and like I said, I think if you're going into maybe like a blues deluxe at bedroom volume, you might be like...
Or like a Princeton or something, I imagine it would sound great and massive, but there are some kind of contexts where even some of the best instruments might not sound great. Did you want to use fuzz?
Yeah, fuzz please, yeah. That's crazy.
It's a massive sounding instrument.
Can you just give us a few tips on how you play Pride and Joy like that?
The first bit's all up